Another day, another trip to the vet. Me and Mallow here. There's Mallow. Me and Mallow here are up at the vet for his checkup after his wee operation 2 weeks ago. I was listening to a podcast on the way here, and the person on the podcast, female founder, was talking about how she's got imposter syndrome and how she worries about a lot of stuff. She doesn't want to let a lot of people down. Very much people pleaser vibes, which is so common with female business owners. And she said one of the big revelations she had was that business is transactional. That's all business is a series of transactions. People providing goods, services, whatever it may be. You buy from them, they buy from you. Even if this is to, not business to business, even if this is to your consumers, your members, your clients, it is still a transaction. So many female business owners are tripping themselves up and disadvantaging themselves. They are setting themselves on fire to keep others warm because they are not charging appropriately, making tough decisions in business, making changes because they're like, oh, but I don't want anybody to be upset with me. I don't want to let anybody down. You need to take that feeling of being responsible for everyone else's feelings out of business. Business is a series of transactions. Every time you go to make a decision in business, does this help your business or does it disadvantage your business? I've actually made a bit of a, it's not the biggest decision ever, but quite a change to my business that's going to take effect as of April. Things aren't signed yet, so I don't want to say what it is. I feel like I'm being cryptic now and I hate that. But I will show you, hopefully in like 2 weeks' time, what the thing is that I'm making a change to move my business forward. And when I was thinking about making this decision, and when I've thought about decisions in the past, like closing studios, changing where I offer coaching, am I online, am I in person, all of these things, I have thought, oh, but people will be upset by this. But if I don't do the thing, if I don't make the hard decision, if I don't make the change that is the best thing for my business, do you know who's going to be most upset? Me, because it's me I'm disadvantaging. So when you're thinking about making a decision in your career, in your business, and you think, oh yeah, but somebody will be upset. Who will be upset? And see if it's you. See if it's you that's going to end up with the biggest disadvantage. It's you that's going to end up with less money. It's you that's going to end up doing something you don't want to do, providing a service you don't want to provide, working hours you don't want to work, or worst of all, costing yourself money. When you're looking at the decision you need to make and the changes you want to make, and you think, who is the person that will be most upset if I make these changes, or if I do not make these changes? See if that person is you. You need to have a serious think about how you're running your business, and you need to start treating your business like a business, not like a hobby. You're not running a social club. It is a business that is supposed to make you a living. So the next time you go to make a tough decision and you're like, oh, but I don't want to upset anybody, I don't want anybody to fall out with me, I don't want to, oh, nobody will like that. Who's the person you're really letting down if you don't do it? And if it's you, have a serious think about running your business. Are you actually running a business and taking it seriously? Because decisions in business are transactional, not emotional. Right, well, thanks for coming to my people pleaser business pep talk. Me and Mallow are going into the vet now. What a week! This week has gone absolutely exceptionally to plan. I have managed to tick off all my gym sessions so far. I have been at the top of my calorie zone every day. I have smashed my steps every day. My sleep has been brilliant. Everything has literally just fallen into place, and it's been an epic week. But this is the third week of not another weight loss plan. The first 2 weeks have been an absolute shambles, but I just still did what I could the first 2 weeks. And that's something to think about for your goals. So far in my 8-week not another weight loss plan, 2/3 of it have been a shambles and a third of it I've managed to tick all the boxes I wanted to tick. What if I hadn't done anything those first 2 weeks? That would literally have been 2/3 of the time so far, kicking the can down the road and not doing anything. So if you're trying to achieve a goal, if you want to build your business, if you want to get fitter, if you want to lose weight, whatever it is you're doing, saving money, whatever it is you are doing, just do what you can on that specific day. Don't give yourself grief for the boxes you don't tick, and don't skip the boxes you can tick because you're like, oh well, if I can't tick all the boxes, there's no point ticking any. No, tick the boxes you can, even if it's just the bare minimum and no more, because it all adds up. Every day, start from zero. Tick the boxes you can tick. Forget about the ones that you can't, that you literally can't be bothered. The ones you actually can't for whatever reason, forget the ones you can't tick and do what you can with that day. Because if you patch everything and you ghost all of your goals when you can't get to the optimal level or the perfect level, you could spend 2/3 of your time not doing anything, not getting anywhere. And this is where people are like, I've been trying this for 8 weeks and nothing's happened. Have you been trying it for 8 weeks? Or did you ignore 2/3 of the time? So actually, you've only been trying it for 1/3 of the time. So that's like, what, 2 or 3 weeks? So no, you've not been trying it for 8 weeks. You've actually been doing it for 2 or 3 weeks, because the other 2/3 of the time you were like, oh, I can't do it perfectly, so I'm just not going to do it. I am hyped that this week is not going to be a micro step forward. This week is going to be a leap forward. Let's go. Right, don't judge me for these shoe choices, but it's coming to the point of the year that when you're getting ready to walk outside, you forget that you have to change your shoes because it's not raining. So the amount of times I've nearly went out with my house Crocs on, these are obviously my house joggies, but the amount of times I've like went to go outside and just nearly went out with my house Crocs on. Crocs, do we love them? Do we hate them? I think they're the best thing ever. I very much regret some of the choices that I have made. Specifically, the choice to pull all of these vacuum pack bags of clothes out of that wardrobe is the choice that I very much regret right now. I pulled this all out yesterday. So now yesterday Jules has left this line here for today Jules to fix, and I'm devastated. You would think the next clip would be me being like, and here's how I've tidied up the spare room and sorted out my clothes. No, actually I just came out of the spare room and shut the door and kicked the can down the road for tomorrow. That's Monday Jules's problem, so I'll deal with it then. This is the end of week 3 of Not Another Weight Loss Plan, and this is my check-in for the week. I'm actually pretty buzzing with my results. I've slept brilliant, I've hit all my steps, I've hit all my calories, I've done all my strength workouts, I've gotten 2 Pilates workouts, but I have skimped a wee bit and not been as consistent or paid enough attention to my main goal, which is the handstands, pull-ups, push-ups goal, the goal of getting much stronger. And I've just been ticking the basic boxes, which is fine. Nailing the basics is a great strategy, but I do want to push on more with those body weight strength goals. So I'm going to put my focus back on them for the next couple of weeks and be a bit more, I want to say diligent. Is diligent the right word? Is that a bit of a... I feel like that's a bit of a school word, but I'm going to be more mindful and focused about working on my pull-ups, my push-ups and my handstands over the next couple of weeks for the next 5 weeks of the Not Another Weight Loss Plan, because I want to get to the end of it and see some real progress with that. But as I promised earlier in the week, I've done what I said I was going to do, and this week has been a leap forward. Not just a micro step, but a leap. So I am absolutely buzzing, and I'll speak to you very soon.